Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Here's my intro. Yes, CJ Rich back in this, letting y'all know what I think about the latest events in boxing, as always. You know what I mean? Um, we're gonna keep it clean. Bars. So, if you've seen what I just seen, let me slow down. Give people a minute to get in here. But if you saw what I just saw, then at best it was a draw. I'll put it like that. God damn. So much corruption in boxing. Business is dirty. Boxing, all the more so. I'll say it like that. I've been in the business a long time. A lot of different industries, but in boxing, it's just like so transparent. The payroll, it's just money talks, bullshit walks, right? Okay. So I hope y'all watch the card. Hope y'all are hardcores like me. I was trying to hype up the fight last stream. Motherfuckers didn't want me to talk about it, but the shit is relevant. You know what I mean? Until we get Ortiz Lubin and then, you know, Haney Norman. This is the most popping shit right now. So I was with it. I was tapped in. I will say that the undercard was underwhelming until we got to the co-main, and then they started to maintain. But no, they wouldn't. No, I was pissed off. I was pissed off at myself for becoming the content creator because I got to cover this shit, and I was like, on snooze mode. I did my marathon training this morning. You know what I mean? Shout out to Champ. He's snoozing right now. But no, that was not it. The undercard was very underwhelming. I don't like these UK undercards. And on that note, again, I'm giving y'all time to get in here. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. But let me cook on the fucking commentators. Egregious. Like, okay, I understand Parker won it. Y'all really got to go back and watch the shit round by round with the commentary on to feel what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say it like this: um, they were putting too much sauce on it, riding Parker too hard early on when it was the even fight. Again, he overall he definitely it was definitive win. Y'all, somebody saying fucking Buatsi got one round. I wouldn't put that much on it, but no, okay, Parker definitively won, but as my point is, as the rounds were going on, they were just always deriding Parker. It was like he wasn't that impressive. It was competitive rounds early on, and he would edge him out. I gave that to him. You know what I mean? I'm a fair critic. So I did see him, edging out the rounds. That's why I hate this fucking current scoring system because you could have, as long as nobody gets knocked down, you could have a motherfucker putting the wham bam bigelows on somebody, and that's a 10-9, and then somebody just edged out the next round, and that's a 10-9. We need to be more like specific with the shit. I don't know if you want to add a decimal point to it or just bring back the 10-10 rounds would actually be the easiest resolution, but that's where I'm at with it, man. Some shit is 10-10. I remember playing Evander Holyfield Real Deal Boxing on on Sega Genesis with my big bro. And yeah, 10-10 rounds were a thing. Bring that shit back. If it's not a definitive margin, it can be even. What's wrong with that? Because motherfuckers are corrupted and incentivized to favor one fighter. But okay. I didn't even okay. Okay. I'm looking at the chat. Oh, I still got my shit up here. Hold up. I see Clarissa. Boom. Clarissa. Hey, CJ. Hey, what up? Hop on the panel anytime. Yayin. Okay. Hey, hop on the panel, champ. We gonna cook on this. I know you saw it. Y'all was more tapped in than me. I was falling asleep on the undercard, especially after that marathon training. But yeah, what's up, Clarissa? Yayin. You know what I mean? Um, Jay Will was tapped in early. Sorry I had to delay it, but my co-host Jackie, I wanted to accommodate her. Oh, Clarissa working overtime. Okay, salute, salute. Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, I'm glad you find me entertaining. Good way to pass the time, right? Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. Salutations. Okay, okay. And CT's finest. Any of y'all can hop on the panel, but I'm about to really get cooking on the main topic. How far are we in? About 5 minutes. Okay. That's enough. I made some minor adjustments to the presentation of the show. I don't know if y'all see that, but it's slightly different. Again, I got my young college kid working on the graphics, so that's when y'all really gonna see a difference. This shit's gonna be a whole different story, but yeah, we working on it slowly but surely. That's why I took last night off. I was out there being a good citizen. I was passing out candy. You know what I mean? And it was cool. Felt better than going out partying, getting smashed, and smashing something. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm 41 years old. I'm trying to adjust at this stage of life. You know, I'm comfortable being 41, midlife. It's all good. Okay, so let me share this. Boom. This is. We don't have the round by round of the judges yet. Obviously, it just happened. What did CT say? I didn't even watch the fight, so I can't even comment. Oh, you got it. Run it back. You got to see this shit. This shit was highway motherfucking robbery. I'm trying to think of a comparable robbery I've seen. All I can think of is the Olympics, like Roy Jones, and like just where it's just straight up Grey Goose in the cup. You know what I mean? No chaser. A straight up robbery. That's what I'm saying. But no, this shit was ugly. It was ugly, champ. Um, yeah, maybe I'm just too hardcore. Maybe motherfuckers wasn't tapped in. Shout out CT though. But yeah, that's looks so small. I wish I could zoom in on it. Give me a second. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. We only got the fan score as far as round by round. You feel me? But we do have the overall uh judges scorecard at the bottom. So I'm gonna take you through it. Man, it's you can see it at the top. 90, 100. That's too much sauce in my opinion. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he swept every round. It was only a 10-round fight, which I found surprising because these guys are up there like contenders. You want to get a title fight. Why the fuck you only fighting 10 rounds? Now you tripping. I'll put that up in a second. But no, 10 round sweep is no too much sauce. But boom, boom, boom. I don't need to go through that. Let's look at the bottom. Okay, so fans had it 100 to 90. One judge had it a draw, which when that was the first one they announced, right? I was like, God damn. That's when I started to get suspicious. I was like, I did not see a draw in there. No. What did I see? I'm thinking about it in real time. I saw like a 98, 92. You feel me? Is that the right math? Yeah, 98, 92. Clearly won it. 8-4, right? That's what that or whatever you would do it in 10 rounds. Anyway, he clearly won the fight. It was not close like that. Even the draw was egregious. And for these other two motherfuckers to give it 96, 94, that was out of pocket. So obviously some envelopes were passed on the way out, or the way in rather, to the stadium. You know what I mean? Were they in Wembley? I don't know. But the shit was just, no. This is my first time looking at box rec in this much detail. I don't know what they mean by the average and all the decimal points, because you don't score boxing by decimal points. I'm being real, y'all. I'm just a fan like y'all, so I'll dig deeper into that. But they had it 97.66, 92.41. That's cool. Maybe this is like more what I'm talking about when you score it in degrees, because not every 10-9 round is the same as the next 10-9 round. Does that make sense? Because having a slight edge, you didn't get the knockdown, so it can't be a 10-8. That's like the criteria for a 10-8, right? But given a slight edge and then dominating a round without not getting a knockdown, that's not the same thing. Okay, I might clip that. Yeah. That's some scientific boxing breakdown, because yeah, that it's not the same fucking thing. We need to get a more like holistic, more precise measure of how a fight is scored. I feel you bring in AI, bring in the AI judge. I'm with it. Just you gotta. I know that sounds crazy, right? But again, I'm an engineer, so maybe I'm biased. Like I like the science and the math, but we need like an objective criteria to score this shit. You're gonna buy off the AI judge. I guess you could reprogram it, but no, man, we need something. I'm gonna think. I'm gonna keep thinking on it. Anyway, yo, hop up on the panel. I'm 10 minutes in. Yayin, CT, whoever with me. Jackie, I don't know where you at. I've delayed the live just to keep you so you could hop in to make it convenient for you. Anyway, I got other shit to talk about. But yeah, man, to put a bow on it, they robbed oh boy. They robbed Parker. Shout out Zach Parker. He was definitely elusive. Got what I mean? And he did his thing. He deserved the win. Shit is corruption. Hey, what up, CT?
Bro, what's good, bro? You hear me?
I've been doing my monologue so long, I didn't even put on my headphones. Let's go. All right. Now we tapped in. What's up? Did
Yeah.
you get a chance to see it?
Nah, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it later. But I wasn't gonna really come on here because I didn't watch the fight, so can't really comment on the fight. But what I can comment on, like what you were saying about these judges, and it's just not this fight. I mean, we all been watching boxing for how many years, whatever, and like judging and boxing, just like a lot of things in boxing, it needs to be policed, man. Like, it's like, okay, so you got the judges by the ring. You need some other people next to them, like on some like watching you type shit to see what they watching. Like it's like that, like to the point where I'm at with it. Or accountability. None of these judges for years, decades none of them have been accountable for their actions. Man, I can't off the top, but just watching boxing for so many years, the fights that's been fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And these guys are not accountable, or these women are not accountable for what they're saying. Like when it's something egregious, they need to be put into the powers that be needs to be like, okay, we got to sit down. We're going to watch this fight together, and you're going to tell me what you saw, because I'm not seeing what you saw, and
Right.
to get this judging. And if I don't like what I'm seeing, no, you got to be suspended for 2 years, and not only that, you got to give me an explanation of why you judge this fight this way. And if there's no accountability, then this is going to keep on going.
Yeah, some oversight. I'm glad you made that point. I was trying to let you cook, but I was feeling what you were saying so much. I just wanted to hop in. But yeah, exactly. We need some legitimate oversight. Explain why you scored it that way. Don't just put the numbers up. That ain't enough for me. So no, I feel you most definitely. That's a great point. But again, until we got a league, how can you do that? You can't. You can't enforce nothing like no overseeing body to enforce that. So yeah, man. Hey, great point though. I'm all the way with you. Go back, see the fight. You're gonna see exactly what I'm fucking talking about. We're gonna do a follow up this week as we build up to the Lubin Ortiz. But yeah, man, I'm gonna touch on that again. I wish more people saw the fight. I know it was underwhelming shit. It's just some UK shit, but y'all got to see it.
Yeah. I forgot all about the fight. I was fucking watching college football and shit, and then right now I'm watching the World Series. So I like, as soon as the game is over, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Bruh, I ain't been tapped into baseball, but it's CJ Rich boxing and BS, so we can talk about anything. Let me know what is it's 3-2 right now, right?
No, it's 3-3. It's game 7. It's the last game.
Oh shit! Well, oh, damn, I'm gonna need to tap out soon. What's going on? What inning we in? What's the score?
We in the second, going to the top of the second, I think, or the top of the third, and yeah, it's 0-0, no score. Otani, he's pitching. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but
Of course, come on.
okay. No, I'm
Yeah,
just hey, I'm just asking. You never know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's pitching right now, so he's doing a good job so far.
All right,
I'm
that's
not
what's
a
up.
fan of either one, but when it comes to the World Series game 7, it's like, yeah, I gotta watch it.
Okay, yeah, I respect it. Damn. Okay. Cool. Shit. I started sober in November, and y'all got me wanting to watch the World Series Game 7. Okay. I'm gonna chill though.
Yo, this is how dry boxing is, man. They got me watching baseball, and I haven't watched baseball in like I don't know when. Like a full baseball game, it's been years, man. Like I'm into other sports,
I
but I
used to
love
love it.
boxing. It's a dry spot in boxing, man. It's crazy. I
It's
don't
just
like
a
when
little
boxing is
dry
dry like this.
patch. No, it's just a
Uh,
little patch. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, little patch. Okay,
We
you can
went
say
through
that, little patch.
years. We went through years with some bullshit. You feel me?
Yeah,
Because motherfuckers forget about. I think it was July or August. No, we had like a couple back to back hot months, right? The Times Square card did underwhelm, but then we got some shit popping, right?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly
No,
who
I
the
know what
fight
you're talking
was.
about. I can't remember offhand, but I know what you're talking about. It was pretty fire during the summertime, whatever.
Yeah,
After that, but I'm spoiled, like we all are. Once it gets hot, we want to keep it like that.
yeah, yeah. Keep it cooking. Keep it on a rotation.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
man. For that.
yeah.
All right, we got Jersey Bob in the building. What up, Bob? It's before midnight. What you up to?
How you? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hello, Maon.
You on? You got the stage. Did you see it? Did you see this fucking fight between
Hello.
oh god damn man, I'm the hardcore. Okay.
Is that you? You can't hear?
He moving around, he's going in and
What?
out.
Uh,
But yeah, Bob, if you can hear me, it was a highway robbery. Yeah, I mean bars. But no, they did oh boy dirty. And by default, I would go all things being equal, I would try to go for the black fighter, but nah, he lost. It wasn't even close. Yo, Parker was slipping in and out like he was. They said he was a slick black. I seen people on Marco's Discord saying that Parker was a slick black fighter. I hate that term applied to a non-black person because anyway, that's my own thing. Anyway, he was, but he was slippery. He outboxed him. He had higher IQ. He displayed it, and
Hello.
yeah, you back. What's
Uh,
up, man?
I'm outside my house. I know you were talking about. I watched the Buatsi fight, man, but
You did okay. What you
man,
think?
yo, I didn't even. It was uninteresting, man. I don't even know who won.
Oh,
My son. I was watching it in my basement. We got three TVs, so my son's playing video games. And he watching something else. I got the fight on. I
okay.
just He asked me who won. I said, man, I don't even know. Honestly, it was uninteresting. It was an uninteresting fight to me.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say
but
this.
the announcers, I was listening to the announcers. The announcers like, yo, this is easy win for Parker.
Mhm.
So I was influenced by that because they kept saying how much Parker was dominating and Parker, wasn't even close. But
Yo, Bob, not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you respond, but I want to
yeah,
give you some feedback. Um, I agree that the announcers were very biased. I mentioned that earlier on. When it was like an even fight, when it was like 2-2, they was like, oh, a wash for Parker. These UK dudes be putting too much sauce on it. I'm gonna say it like that. I say that to say this. I normally will watch fights on mute, but I was like, what am I missing? Like, because I gotta commentate on that. Exactly. I gotta commentate on the commentators because they were out of pocket. They wanted to put Parker over, and that just made it look, in the end, made it look more like a robbery. It was a robbery, but they were like the
so
fans said, fucking 100 to 90. No, it wasn't that lopsided, but
the zone got the worst commentators, man. My opinion.
terrible. I
yeah.
agree.
I was gonna, like I said, man, it was. I just wasn't into the fight. I may have to watch it again. I know Parker was moving a lot, but nah, just the announcers, because I was more, man, the announcers made it seem like, yeah, it was 100 to 90. That's
Right.
that's what it that's what it seemed like listening to them, like it was a whitewash, and they were like after the fight, they were like, I can't believe this, that type of outrage.
Yeah,
But
like it wasn't even competitive. Okay. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me quarterback this. Yayin in the
but I would
chat.
say this. Buatsi, I didn't see him. He wasn't impressive. If he won, he
No,
didn't win. He
no.
was not impressive. And David Benavidez when he wastes his time with either one of them guys. So
Interesting. Yeah, it was at 175. Okay, let me say this real quick. A Yayan in the chat said I had 7-3 Parker, maybe 6-4. Okay, so that's fair, but definitely Parker won definitively. Okay, cool. I'm with that. I'm like 7-3. Okay, hey, I'm right. I'm right along with you. Okay. Let me welcome my co-host Jackie Hernandez to the stage. What's up with you?
Hello, everyone.
Yes,
hello.
you saw it. You saw it, so you can speak on it.
I just got in here. What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about the robbery, the Buatsi Parker.
Oh yeah, that to me, that wasn't close at all. That's a clear robbery, absolute robbery.
Yes, thank you.
I gave Buatsi maybe 1 to 2 rounds, maybe.
God damn, I think that's a little too much sauce, but it was clear. Okay, so if you want to expound on that, if not, I got a question. What do you think is the motivation? They want to put Buatsi in a spot to challenge for a title, or why the fuck did they do Parker like that? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Politics, though, it's always some bullshit behind the scenes. I get you. Yeah, I don't know either. But I know Buatsi had the bigger name coming in. I do know that. Much bigger. So maybe that's the motivation. Just keep building the fighter that you're already putting money behind rather than, switch boats. So
Right.
I'm going to say it like that.
Now, if I say this, like I said, my son was down there. He was playing video game, but he was glancing over there, man. He was like, "Who are these guys?" He not gonna watch them guys. And I mean, after the fight was over, he's like, "I never want to see these guys." And he wasn't. So neither one of them did any justice. And for Watsi, I mean, what kind of big fight are you gonna make for him?
Okay.
But
Oh,
you got
peep
it.
this. Peep this. I get what you're saying. It would not entertain a kid or a casual, not to dish your son at all. But no, it wasn't the most spectacular show. But early on, again, the first 4 rounds, it was a good scrap. And the co-main was a good scrap. Y'all go back and watch this for my hardcores. The co-main was great, very competitive throughout, and even in the first 4 rounds, like I said, of the main event, it was like a toss-up. But then, fucking Parker just pulled away. So I'll say it like that. Anyone got any closing words to say on this before I move on to the next topic?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. We're going to talk about, Mo sent me this link. It's boxing and BS. So let's move on to a little BS. Mix it up. Boom, bow. Bivol and the ex-wife. Y'all know I'm a divorced man, so I can relate to this. Bivol's offering turmoil escalates. Ex-wife declared wanted. What the fuck? I really haven't looked through this. I know there was a link within it to an actual source, but I thought this would be entertaining. Okay, then you see the contrast, right? We got Usyk with his wife, who, no diss, but isn't the baddest chick in the world, but it looks like she stands behind him, and that's way more important. Well, let me say that. Way more important to have a loyal woman in your corner as long as you're feeling her and she rocks with you. But no, this isn't showing up the same way as it did on my phone. I did have the link, but anyway, apparently Bibble's ex-wife, who dissed him, is wanted. Oh, here we go. Cool. So we'll go through this in real time. Coming to complaint. Officials confirm that proceedings have begun, though the case details remain undisclosed. The development comes just months after the couple's high-profile divorce, adding another layer of turmoil to the ex-undisputed. Well, okay, so he got stripped by somebody. I got to dig into that. Ex-undisputed title holders offering life. Why would he get stripped? Because she going through a divorce. Okay. Anyway, I'll read a little bit more of this. I'm not too much in the gossip, but I do. I can just relate to this as a divorced man. When a chick thinks you're finished and then you become undisputed, that's a great feeling. So, okay, I came with a little personal bias rather. Shout out to Mo for putting me onto this, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper and then I'll move on back to real boxing. Okay, Ekaterina Bivol, once known publicly as the partner of one of boxing's most technically gifted champions, became a flashpoint earlier this year when a video circulated online purportedly showing her making inflammatory remarks about multiple ethnic groups. The footage drew widespread condemnation across Central Asia and Russia. This is literally the first time I'm hearing about that. I'm reacting in real time. Live reaction. Shortly afterwards, authorities in Kyrgyzstan, I think that's how you pronounce it, issued a separate arrest warrant charging her under Article 330 of the nation's criminal code, incitement of racial, national, or inter-regional hatred, an offense carrying a potential prison sentence 5 to 7 years. Hey, shout out to authorities in this case. I normally don't say that, but that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I'll call that karma. Let's call that karma. She was sure in Artur. That's what she said, right? In a Russian accent. Yeah. F her. I'll leave it at that. Anyone want to commentate on that? Oh, yeah, I am on the stage. Anyone want to commentate on that? I'm sure I was just coming from personal bias, but y'all got it. She was hating on her ex-husband. He became undisputed, and now she facing 5 to 7 years. Let's go.
Okay.
This is sort of related. I'm sorry, but I heard this guy. He was saying that Usyk. He was from Europe. Usyk used to hang out with skinheads and stuff like that. That Usyk ain't really what he really seems like. So maybe
Okay.
Bibble's on those same lines. His Bibble might be the same way as his wife, but I'll let y'all know.
Hey, you never know. That's fair. I'm not. That's fair. Okay. Go ahead. Anyone else?
So what exactly did Bivol do to her? Like, they got a divorce. What did he do to her?
He did the same thing that Steph Curry did. The same thing that Will Smith did.
So essentially you're saying he didn't do anything for her to be bitter?
No. He
Okay,
made her feel he did do something. His success made her feel less significant. That's what he did.
okay.
I mean, it was that
My opinion. Anyone want to refute that? That's all I see. That's the pattern I see. Jada Pinkett Smith. Yep. Okay. Aisha Curry. Yep. That checks the box. If you got a counter argument, let me know. I didn't plan to get into the BS, but let's go.
I mean, it was a allegation that he had like hit her and stuff, but
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yo,
yeah,
if you
I
put the
don't
Wham
think
Bam
it's true.
Bigelows on her rather, her being a small white woman, easily bruised up.
Her little
Come
ass
on.
was lying.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't give a pass for domestic violence at all. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think it would be more evidence, more definitive evidence if that's what he did. And he
Yeah.
would have got criminal charges. I think she just got unsatisfied. Okay, I think this dude reached the top of his potential. I got the kids. I got the bag. I'm tapping out. And when he elevates past what you thought was possible, then you get bitter. That's what I think.
Yeah, and I know I seen her. She was like rooting against him when he fought.
Exactly.
And so I think
Artur.
she's
Artur.
really bitter.
Okay, at least you're keeping it real. Cool. Anyone else want to put a bow on it or move on?
I don't know whether he laid hands on her or not, but I'd be bitter too if he hit me. So we don't know. So I would be rooting against him too if he hit me. So I don't know if he hit her or
Yeah.
not. But her
Right.
rooting against him could be justified.
Right.
Okay, but Bob, if you had to take a guess, I know you're the pastor, you ain't trying to put too much sauce on it, but have you seen any behavior exhibited by Bivol that would lead you to believe he would do something like that? That's what I'm asking.
I don't believe so. Me personally.
He
I honestly,
odd
I only
things.
know him from fighting. I don't know. I haven't seen no videos of him outside the ring. I have no idea. I only see him in the ring and after the ring. That's it. Honestly, I've never seen him in any other setting, so I have no idea what this man is capable of.
Okay, and that's fair. That's
Right.
subjective. But again, maybe I'm biased because I had a false DV allegation placed on me. Thank goodness the cops were reasonable and didn't take me away because normally they just take the woman's word. But no, I never put my hands on a woman. After what I seen my mom go through, I could never do that. So I'll leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah, but in but a lot of people they have duplicitous personalities, so they can act one way in the public, then behind closed doors, they act completely different.
Yeah, that was like Ted Bundy whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ted Bundy. Oh wow.
But I know I seen the evidence, and she had like a small scratch, and I'm saying like if he beat you like you're saying, you would have more than that. Like it
Yeah,
was a
no, that
small
shit.
scratch.
Yeah,
No,
come
he
on.
beat
Light
his ass
heavyweight.
for a
Walk
little
around over 200. Come on, champ. Okay. Hey, fair enough. Let's get back to boxing. It's here. You
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
good.
Okay, you're excited about this. I'll let you speak on it. I've been speaking enough. Go ahead.
All right, so I think that Virgil is gonna win. I got Virgil by
of course,
decision. What?
of course. Go ahead though.
I got
Oh
Virgil
shit.
by decision. I just don't think that Lubin can beat him. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm gonna
Uh,
go with Virgil.
I'm gonna speak on that too. Actually, I agree. I'm making jokes and stuff, but I got Virgil as well. But I do think Lubin is a tough fight for anybody in that division. So I do got Virgil though.
Okay. Y'all want to dial it down a little bit more stylistically? What advantage? Why are you picking Virgil Ortiz?
Just the constant pressure, that they them fighters typically got. So he's gonna bring it to him, and Lubin not gonna step down either.
The
Yeah.
pressure will be too much, and he'll get the better of him in the exchanges. Is that pretty much what you're saying?
In simple terms.
I'm trying to dial it down. Jackie, how about you? Anything to add
That
on to that?
that's how I feel too.
Okay, cool. See, y'all need to link up. Y'all feel the same. Excuse me. Uh, yeah,
Um,
yeah. So we got Ortiz and Lubin. Let me scroll down a bit. Virgil
Lubin,
Ortiz.
Lubin
Go
gets
ahead.
hit a lot. He's been hit a lot by any high level fighter, and I think Virgil got enough offense to do what the other guys have. He's gonna knock him out.
Okay. But don't neglect the fact that Ortiz is always bruised up coming out of his shit.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
always a war.
I
Yeah,
just
right.
hope I hope nothing happens where this fight gets canceled because a lot of fights been getting canceled. So
I know.
Yeah,
But no, November 8th, we only got a week. Literally a week from today. We're gonna
I
be
thought it was like
watching
the
this shit.
it
25th
has
or something.
time in them.
I might do it live. Uh,
Uh,
yeah.
can I ask y'all something though?
Go ahead.
So none of y'all could see an upset.
Of
Yeah,
course.
of
I didn't
course.
even speak on it yet. But yeah, yeah.
I could see an upset, but I don't. It's unlikely. But the reason why I could see an upset is this is it for Lubin. This is a huge fight for Lubin. Like he's been on the cusp of breaking out for a while now, and he's always lost that fight that's gonna break him out. So for him, he knows that this is it. So
Right.
I'm expecting his best look
Okay.
next week. That doesn't mean he's gonna win, but I'm expecting him to give an all out fight. For me, the best way he's gonna win this fight is to slip combinations, move side to side, and get out. He's not gonna be able to fight. I mean, he can fight inside a little bit, but he's not gonna be able to stay in there long. And the thing is about his opponent. Damn, I'm freaking going dumbfounded right now. What's my man name? Virgil. Virgil.
Oh,
Virgil, like Yan said, and Jackie, he's gonna put that pressure. He's just gonna be leaning on him. He's gonna want to fight inside. He's gonna go to the body. Virgil, he hits you everywhere. That's what I love about. He's gonna hit you on the shoulder. He's gonna hit you on the hip. It don't matter. And Lubin's gonna have to find a way to abrupt that, which will be going side to side. And even if he's going to fight to his chest, he's going to have to wrap him up sometimes. And then he's just going to have to get out of there and try his best to stay off the ropes and stay in the middle of the ring. If he anyway touched the back, his back touches the ropes, it's not gonna. I say it goes 7-8 rounds consistently. If his back is to the ropes for a long period of time, yeah, the fight's gonna go 8-9 rounds. He's not gonna be able to handle that pressure. I think it's just gonna be too much. So stay in the middle of the ring, try to box as much side to side, and just slip and see how long that lasts. But he needs this fight, or he's gonna be fighting on Pro Box for the rest.
All right, CT. Yo, real quick, I know y'all all want to chime in, but I got a couple new panelists to welcome in. We got Koki and we got Pop. Anyone whichever one of y'all want to go first.
Yo, salute CJ, salute Pop, Jackie,
what's good, bro?
Yeah, hi, Effie, and Jersey Bob, CT, everybody. I wanted to ask you a question real quick. Yo, Ortiz, right? If y'all in this fight, if his power doesn't like for some reason in this fight, right? If he's not hitting with this knockout power, let's say Lubin gets through the whole 12 rounds, do you guys see Ortiz outboxing him? Or do you see Lubin
honestly, yeah.
Yeah?
Negative.
He outboxed oh boy, yeah. I think
you want to say fucking
Boyachuk?
No, Madrimov. That's what we
Madrimov, yeah.
But he didn't outbox him.
Yeah,
it was a close fight.
It definitely was close. He got touched up.
Yeah, I don't think he can outbox Lubin though. I don't know if he can do that.
And I agree because Lubin was my boy, but
I think Ortiz got that power at 154 or not.
He got more of a wear you down and kind of slowly, gradually take you out. He don't really have knockout power like that.
Cumulative punishment, but not pop. Are you saying?
Yeah.
I understand.
Like most,
Because I feel like with Lubin could take advantage of that and kind of bully him if he doesn't try to, hurt him early,
My personal thing is I think he Lubin gonna try to start outboxing him and stuff like that, but I think Verge might pull him into a fight, and he'll be winning them.
Sure. My fault. Okay. Damn, I forgot where I was. Cool. So we talked about the Ortiz and Lubin. Anyone else want to weigh in on it? Okay. Moving on.
Ortiz is the king of the interim champs.
Yeah, Pop. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Ortiz is the king of the interim champs.
Hell no. Okay, elaborate.
He's been an interim champ in every division he's ever been in. He's never fought for a title. But people keep trying to make him seem like he's this top guy. Beat somebody, bro. Your biggest win is Boachuk. And I don't think you won that fight.
Okay.
That's facts.
No, I agree with Pop though.
I do too.
If you agree with him, is Lubin big enough for you to prove something? Because Lubin's been beat.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been beat.
Well, yes, but yes. You feel me? Yeah, it's a big enough name, enough credibility for you to really say, because he ain't fucking fighting a title fight. That's what he ain't doing. But hopefully next, I don't know, maybe fucking Boots.
He got to fight Ennis or Zayas next.
What's that?
He got to fight Ennis or Zayas next, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because he's 27, 28, you just can't go into your 30s without winning the title. You got to win the belt.
What Michael Buffer said before he said, let's get rid of Rumble. It's time. Yeah, it's time. It's time.
I'll be real with y'all. This fight, this fight right here, I really want it over because these are two guys. People don't act like they don't want to say it. These are two guys that blocked Boots from fights, and then ended up fighting each other. when Lubin was not, he wasn't taking no step aside money, no nothing else. When it came to his Baccarat title shot before Boots fought the limo drop. Virgil Ortiz, daddy said the 5 year shit ain't up yet from when he said that it's going to take about 5 years for us to be ready for Boots. And that was 4 years, 8.5, 9 months ago. So Boots got to wait a couple months for Ortiz. Also, you said that you was going to be fighting somebody that Boots could only aspire to be as popular as. We found out that was Keith Thurman. Fundora stole that fight from you, and now that fight not even happening.
Word.
So this fight may be like, you know, King of the Ducks to me.
King of the Ducks.
Yo, King of the Ducks. That should be on the billboard.
Yo,
but
I'm really gonna have. Hold on, real quick, Pop. I'm gonna let you cook, but I gotta make a note of this. I'm really gonna let my little graphic designer college student know that I need a King of the Ducks graphic because that's a great phrase. Let's go, cook.
Bro, both of these guys, duck fights, block fights, and then gonna end up fighting each other. And we gave Boots all the hell for fighting a limo driver when there's reports that guys was like, they lowballing us. Rashidi Ellis is about to make 50 grand maybe fight Javier Fortuna right now if the fight ain't over with. So you turn down a chance to get back on some real shit, a chance to get back get back on the big stage with a star fighter for good money to be fight Javier Fortuna at the casino. And probably when you're done paying your team in taxes, you might have 15 grand. How much, like, now I'm just trying to figure out whether, yes, Jackie, he's fighting Javier Fortuna if they haven't already fought, and I can't even find it on the stream.
That's crazy.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
But Eddie was supposed to give him what? We see that you about to make after taxes 15 to 20 grand. But you turn down $250,000 and $500,000. Who do these people think they really are sometimes?
Word.
Don't mean to pocket watch, but like, bro, Rashidi, you was sitting over there on the shelf and on Golden Boy. You got off, got the first PBC fight, lost it. You lost. So then that messed up the boot setup for them. So now you've been trying to get back to the top. They offered you a fight at the top.
Okay.
You turned down $250,000, bro. I don't know about what everybody up here making, but to turn down $250,000 and then turn down $500,000 and then come back and say I want the $500,000, but they already found somebody for $250,000. Like, I don't understand how people do. Nobody that was talking about this has their own business because they're saying Eddie's supposed to just be throwing millions of dollars around for bullshit fighters who ain't never made that type of money. Apparently took $500,000 quick, got in there, got dropped, got stopped, but he got that $500,000 and he got 2 more fights after that. He don't gotta work no more because he got signed. You give a little, get a little. I think the new era forget that phrase. Give a little, get a little.
They want to take it all. Yo, I'm gonna say this, and I hate to go back to a relationship, but it does hinge on that. I'll say it like this in general. Yes, the new generation, I won't even take it there. The new generation wants to get everything and give nothing. Life don't work like that. This is an exchange. You get out what you put in. I don't know what you motherfucking kids don't understand about this shit, man. I put my life on the line for all the shit I got. So y'all got to go in. If you want something out of life, fucking commit. You know what I mean? And you really go in and commit to something, and you'll get the rewards. You know what I mean? You're capable. You got to prove yourself, though. Don't be a bitch and don't be shook. Don't be afraid to invest in something. I think that's what That's what I'm trying to get to. Young people, or whether it's relationships or a career, anything, you're afraid to invest in something because, oh, what if I don't get it back? What if you do? What if you the shit? What if you're actually good at your job or a relationship and you get out what you put in? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's lost. That's a generation gap. Y'all got it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
100.
Okay. I'm glad y'all agree. Jackie, I hate to do this. I
Yeah.
never asked a lady her age, but you in your early 30s, right?
Yes, I'm 31.
Okay. Well, you volunteered that. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. I don't need to dig no deeper. Let's talk about the upcoming. Again, I'm going this in real time. I do a minimal amount of preparation because I'm always busy. But let's go through the current. Oh, I gotta switch my view. Boom. Upcoming boxing card. Y'all tell me when I get to a fight that interests you.
I already
Pero,
see. You already know what I'm going to pick.
I know.
Nicholas Flies, Tiger Johnson.
Okay, let's go right there because I
Things
know
with that.
someone's
It's
going to say
three
Pedro
things with that.
Johnson. All right. Yes, we can cook on this. I've been doing my research. Flaws is impressing me despite the 2 losses. I think stylistically, he probably got it. Y'all can speak on it.
Well, let me say this. I'm able to say it now. Tiger has a new trainer, so I want to see how that looks.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, he has a new trainer. Him and Prentice, went their separate ways. So he has a new trainer for this fight. He hasn't fought since Top Rank, the last Top Rank card. So it's gonna be something to see because he don't. It's not that he got a new trainer. He went back, and to some, but he's not with the trainer that y'all been seeing him with. And Nicholas Flaws is he's golden on Pro Box. So I want to see what they good. I want to see what they do. But yeah, Tiger. I like Tiger, and I think that now that he's comfortable at 47, we're gonna see something. Last fight, the tension that you were seeing with if y'all saw the last fight, the tension that you saw, carried over, and now the next fight he's got somebody else.
Excuse me. Okay. Before somebody follows up, let me do my housekeeping real quick. Y'all, like the graphic says, this is new. I just put this up here today. I'm getting my way around StreamYard, but y'all, please like and subscribe if you're new here. About half of my viewers are not subscribed, so if you like how we rocking, then you might as well hit the like and sub. But yeah, go ahead. Whoever you want to go next.
Well, I think Pop made a great point about Tiger Johnson getting a new coach. Because if you guys saw the fight with Boca Chica, if you saw in between rounds how Tiger and his coach were interacting, I'm not saying it was all bad. It just seemed like the coach wanted Tiger to do a game plan, and Boca Chica in that fight, he was doing a lot of antics. Like he was doing a lot of taunting, a lot of bullshit, to get to Tiger mentally. And Tiger's coach was trying to direct them to do something else. And, that fight was more like you didn't bring all the tools to what you wanted to do, So I think if Tiger does what he got to do, with his coach, and he has all the tools to negate Floss. What I mean is Floss is a awkward pressure fighter, if that makes sense. But he goes fight on the back foot. And Floss, he trains in Puerto Rico. He is the sparring partner of Subaduro Matias and Alfredo Santiago, who fights at 140. And he spars against guys that are pressure fighters. Tiger Johnson is like a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? He's a slick, he could be slick, technical. He could fight too. So I do think Tiger Johnson is a jump up from the pro box competition that Nicholas Floss has seen, because Floss, he's 15-2, but he doesn't have the best resume, and that's not a discredit to him. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got 2 losses on your record, it's hard to get big names. But Tiger Johnson, he's coming from Top Rank. Those guys, they face they build them up, a lot better. And I think it's a good 50-50. I'm going for Floss. Floss, I love his style. Obviously I'm Puerto Rican too, so I'm gonna be biased on that. But I'm being real. But Tiger Johnson is I feel like he hasn't grown into what he could become. You know what I'm saying? He's like that prospect that could become an all-star, in a year. And I feel like he's at that point, getting into that development of becoming, a known fighter at 147. Because, Pop mentioned it, that Tiger Johnson looks a lot better at 147, and I agree. That's like a better weight for him. So
yeah, the weight, Koki, because Koki, we be talking about this. These guys be cutting too much weight.
Oh yeah. We broke it down. The Haney Chronicles.
Guys be cutting weight, man. They don't be looking right. And then you like, why you ain't? And then they tell you years later, I was killing myself. I know it. But I'll say this about if you think so you can get a better perspective on Tiger. Tiger had to get the you don't want the CEO all in the videos, dancing, singing, come death row. That's what Tiger had to deal with. Because y'all remember the last fight where in between every round they was going to the trainers and they was talking to the trainers in between rounds. Do y'all remember that fight?
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. With a Boca Chica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you notice, the camera guy kept going to Prentice more than the other trainer.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that. I was
So if you remember the Salsa Wars when Suge was like, if you don't want see all in the videos, dancing, come to death row. When you try to become bigger than the fighter, it's problem. There's other things too, but
that happened with rapper Norman Stone, Normie.
This is gonna be big for Tiger because your last fight, you didn't look as we thought you should, because the fight before that, you looked great. We was expecting big things. Now you come against Nicholas Flores. You may have I don't know if he actually did. Niggas could have mended fences, but you may be working with a whole new training staff going into this fight, and I want to see how you look.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a good fight. I do know with Floss, he's going to throw a lot of punches. He's not going to be low volume. So I think that's an opportunity for Tiger Johnson to try to find a counter and try to hurt him, because I've seen Floss hurt. I've seen him take some heavy shots, and that's the way to beat him.
Serious question for everybody. Tiger Johnson been on ESPN a number of times. What does he have to do to go from okay, he's on to I can't wait for him to be on? Because I watch him, but I ain't waiting for him to fight. This fight should be good, but like I said, I ain't sitting like when's the next Tiger Johnson fight. If he on, I'll watch him, but like I said, what's he got to do to go to that next level?
I think if he wins this fight, they're going to put him in the title eliminator, and title eliminator is going to get either Brian Norman or Barrios or one of the guys at 147.
It's not about just winning. We all know you win, that's great, but you also got to look good, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got to look good.
Yeah,
and winning. It can't be just no bullshit split decision win and it's just lackluster. No, he gotta show he got to show not just the fans, but he got to show his promotion. Like, we invested this in you, so you got to show us if you're the real deal or not. Because if not, I mean, this is all it's going to be. I mean, I'm just being truthful. It is what it is. Like,
Right.
a lot of these dudes, it's time to show and prove, man. Like, these young dudes, man, I don't know what the hell they doing, but you got to show and prove, man. That's what it is for me.
Yeah. No, I agree. You know, and especially for Tiger, you know, he's been on ESPN, like Bob mentioned. You know, we've seen Tiger Johnson for a long time. It's not like he's a new guy. You know, I know in the U.S., you know, we want a new star to come up. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? Haney had it, but then Haney had off-screen problems, and you know, there's a lot of shit out there that that messed up in the U.S. Like the heavyweight division is down. So for Tiger to come up, that would be good for U.S. boxing, you know? And, but I will say this too. I think if Tiger wins, right, I think he'll get a title shot. But I think if he loses, I think Nicholas Floss is such a good fighter that even if Tiger Johnson loses, I think he would have to just like win, 3-4 fights in a row. And then maybe he'll get a title shot, which is like unfortunate, but that's boxing. You got to come back from a loss. So I think win or lose, I think Tiger Johnson would still be. We'll see him fight for a title someday. He definitely has to win this fight, though, obviously. But he's fighting a very tough fighter and a fighter who's in good form. So I'm definitely looking forward to this fight. I can't believe it's next week, and I hope everybody here gets to watch it. Because Pro Box does put on good cards for everybody.
Most definitely, y'all tap into Pro Box. I fuck with him. That's how I really started to get familiar with Roach. I was late to the party, but once I seen him on there, even before the Tank fight was announced, I went back, did my research because he was so impressive on Pro Box. So I was, you know what I mean, well in tune with him by the time that came around, and shit panned out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why Tank trying to fucking ride off into the sunset. A little aside, because it just came to mind. We touched on it on Marcos briefly, but we got a different panel tonight, so I want y'all's opinions on it. Tank, if the DV charges prevents him from pursuing that fight, what do you think he will do? Will he retire? We go back to 135, maybe 140. What will he do next? Y'all speak on it.
Well, if it doesn't happen, he's gonna fight again. He needs the money. If the fight happens, which I think the fight is gonna happen, then we're not gonna see him for a while. So that's how it is for me.
All right, champ, but let me dial that down. If he does fight again, at what weight, and who would you think would be the most likely opponent? I mean, I know I'm asking for a lot, but I'm just trying to pick your brain, get your thoughts.
He probably gonna take a big fight. He probably look for that Pacquiao fight.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, Tank at this point, from what I'm seeing from him, he's only looking for huge paydays right now. Yeah, I don't see him trying to fight Roach again. I just see how people move, and he's not moving the way it seems like we all want him to move. So to me, it's all about cash out fights.
I got you.
I hope I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
No. I'm with you. But Jackie, you in the chat, but you on the oh no, that was Kalia. I thought that was Jackie that said that. Oh damn, she just dropped. I wanted her to speak on this. Kalia is saying, let me read this. When it comes to Tank, we have to remember it's always two sides to a story. That sound like you caping? To me, lightweight. I wish you could elaborate. You can always hop on the panel. You ain't got to cam up. Hop on the panel and elaborate on what you're saying, because what I think you're saying is, oh, you're talking about the DV. Okay. Having been in the past falsely accused of DV, I can relate to that, because I would never put my hands on a woman.
Nah, I don't think that has one to do with the other. Come on, man. From my experience, once we see you do something like he did at that basketball game, that tells me that That's not the only time
you
you
have
did
the
that.
capacity to do that, right?
Yeah. So if he did that around a bunch of people, what makes you think that
Behind
he didn't do that
doors,
around closed doors? So no, he's not getting a pass for this one.
throwing it to the table. I feel you. I'm on that page. I seen my family members go through too much. So okay, I'm with that. Damn, Jackie, I wish you hadn't dropped down. I wanted you because we just brought up the DV. I wish you got your sense on that. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be a super long one. We actually starting to cook. We got more viewers than we had earlier, so I'll keep going. Let's go. This is the big, the big time headline is boom bop. No, that ain't. That's it. That's what I'm building to for the next couple weeks. I would like to hear y'all's stances because I don't think CT. I know I ain't heard you, not on my panel. What you think about this Norman Haney fight, man?
Oh, yeah. I already said I got Haney winning. I think I love fights like this because, for one, we got a young fighter in Norman that a lot of people are saying is the next big thing. I don't know that because I haven't seen much of him. I'm not gonna lie. I just seen a few fights where he getting, great knockouts, finishes. But I want to see if anything changes, under these bright lights, because this is a big fight. This is something different than he's never been before.
Sure.
So
I would agree with that. Go ahead.
So I want to see, if he's the goods. You know what I'm saying? And for Haney, this is a big one for him too. He needs this fight more than anything. So I got Haney. I think he's going to show out. I think he's going to win a unanimous decision. I'm looking for him to put on a boxing performance. You know what I'm saying? And push that power that Norman got to the side and neglect that. There's ways that he can do that. I'm hoping he fights the way I want him to fight, and we'll see. We're gonna see it. But I got Haney.
Okay. Now, would you like to put a percentage on it? I'm not asking you to bet. I'm asking you for a level of confidence.
I'm confident. I'm at 60%.
That's cool. That's about what I figure. Okay. Bob, you just hopped back on. Thanks for tapping back in.
Mr. 80-20.
You already know, I don't like Haney. So that is coloring my judgment. I don't
Man,
like
that don't
Haney
count, man. Come on, you can't do that, Bob, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I don't like them dudes. Either one of them. So that adds another 20. Maybe I'm 60-40, but that adds the 20 to get it to 80-20.
He had a 20.
My dislike for them dudes.
Hey.
But I really think Brian Norman, I think he got too much power. I don't think Haney can handle the power. He's never really fought at 147 because that one fight was what, 142, 143, whatever it was.
Catch 143, I want to say. Yep.
And he's never fought anybody who hits as hard as Brian Norman. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Brian Norman, he has some unimpressive fights, and he knocked 3 dudes out, but them 3 dudes wasn't killers. So I'm not gonna be capping for Brian Norman. I think he's a good fighter, and yeah, Devin could beat him, but I'm hoping for the Haney's go away. So that's why I'm 80-20, and I want a knockout, pack them up and get them out of boxing, like Two Tone says.
Nah. I can't go there with you. Shut out East Oakland.
Yeah, that's crazy, Bob.
94th on mine, but you sounding like Bob. You disappointing me because you sounding like, and I even squashed my beef with him. If y'all know how deep that runs, I squashed my beef with Alberto, but you sounded like him.
You did? Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
I did because I just ignored it. You know what I mean? I ignored it for long enough that he decided to squash it too. This was not.
Did y'all meet up and hug it out?
No. We was on the panel together and we just said, I said I ain't with it. He said he ain't with it. So that's it.
Yo, that's crazy. I didn't realize. I knew he was on a panel, but I wasn't thinking about it last night. It was last night, right?
No. It was actually happened on Johnny's panel, and then we was on again on Marco's after that.
Yeah. Because I seen Alberto. I was like saying to myself, I know they ain't Alberto up here. There's no way. So I kind of didn't speak on it because I didn't want to start none, so I left it alone. So
nope. That's done. That's dead and buried. You feel me? So Damn, you got me off track. But
Oh,
what
my
was I
bad.
gonna say to Bob? No, it's all good. But I'm actually am glad. I'm 41 years old. I'm gonna beef with some motherfucker over the internet I'm never gonna meet and put my energy into that. Come on, that's ridiculous. Anyway,
Yeah.
what was Bob saying about
It's
the
it's
Haney's?
sports
Okay,
hate.
I got it back on track. Yeah, yeah. You talking about the
But
Haney's?
just to get clear, it's sports hate. It ain't real hate. It's just sports hate.
Okay, and
Yeah, but
that's fair
Bob,
enough.
we need that. We need that sports hate sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's what thrives sports is a personality that you don't like. That's great though.
Okay, again, it's East Oakland on mine, so I gotta assume it just off top for that. But um, the reason my heart goes with Haney is because the hate is unfair. A motherfucker
Hmm.
get cheated. You know what I mean? The other motherfucker did steroids. And you acting like he was the one that fucked up. That's way out of pocket. You go, yeah, again, don't put on an entertaining fight, but do your job and win in Times Square, and your opponent doesn't do his job to preserve the rematch. That's not your fault. So I'm against the hate. You feel me? So town business, you know what I mean? East Oakland on mine, 94. Shout out to Graham Cracker. We used to call my grandma Graham Cracker. Anyway, yeah. I gotta go with that, man. My heart has to go out to Haney. Hope he gets his redemption, but my money is on Norman, if that makes any sense. Y'all got it.
Uh, I got Norman only because Haney, debuting at 147, is a tall task. He could definitely win. I'm not saying Haney has no chance. He could definitely win based on the experience he had against. Haney has fought guys with more dimensions than Brian Norman.
Okay.
Lomachenko, Linares, these guys are a little more dynamic, but they were smaller guys too. And I think I want to touch on this, right? Brian Norman is legit 5'9". He's fights at 147. He's definitely the biggest guy Haney has fought. Can we agree to that? And I think for Haney, he has great feet. Haney has the fastest feet in the weight class. No contest. But what concerns me about Haney is when he throws his jab, his head, he tries to move out the line, but the timing of it, I never liked it, even back in the Lomachenko fight. That's why I was glad Haney went to the body in the Lomachenko fight. Because you guys remember Lomachenko and Haney was destroying his body, destroying it. And I'm glad Haney did that because it forced Lomachenko to get out of range. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Haney goes to the body on Brian Norman, then Brian Norman would not know what to do from that. Because it's going to be hard to get in on a jab if Haney keeps him out, right? But if Brian wants to work on the inside, Haney has to outwork him and risk, potentially getting hit back. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm not sure if Haney has the punch threshold to take a punch at 147 for Brian Norman. I know Haney has the skills. He has the feet. He has the jab. He has the timing. He has the experience to win rounds. He could win rounds and he could be winning 7-1. But if that one shot happens, like in the Worley fight, even though Worley and Parker are two different styles compared to Haney and Norman, but if that one shot happens, I'm not sure if Haney could deal with that. And Haney does show heart. In a Linares fight, Haney got hurt, and he still finished the fight. He with Osterine Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Like Haney still went 12 rounds, you know what I'm saying? So Haney got hurt, but
Sure.
I'm not sure at 147, you want to take that heart to the 12th round with a guy like Brian Norman. You got to keep him at distance at all rounds. And I'm not sure if Haney could win all 12 in that fashion. But if he does, I'm going to tell you something. Haney will be my top 5 pound per pound if he wins the title at 147 in his debut, because that is historical. Like to go from 135 and win on a debut at 147, that's legacy shit, right? And if Haney does it, I'm Haney's biggest hater. I know Bob don't like Haney, but yo, if you want an encyclopedia on hating Haney, you got to hit me up. I sold it for $19.99. It's a great book. I'm playing, but
okay,
yeah, no, but for me, Haney winning would change boxing. because then Haney's gonna be in everybody's conference talk, right? All the Haney channels on YouTube are gonna be the Boxing Voice, Blue Blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're from Oakland, so like Haney will put so much power into that. That win would like change the boxing YouTube scene forever. I'm
Yeah,
telling
but
you.
you know what's gonna come with if he wins, right?
Oh yeah, the
Oh
hate.
no, Norman wasn't that good. Come on, man. Norman was
Oh yeah,
young.
yeah.
He
The
wasn't ready for
downplay.
this. He wasn't
Downplay
ready
the
for
shit.
this.
Yeah.
People were way more. I'm gonna let you cook, CT, but people were way quicker to discredit the opposition than to give the winner credit. Y'all got it.
Right.
No, you got it. I just wanted to say that because I mean, look what they're trying to do to Crawford's win against Canelo.
Word. He was past it. He been through too many wars.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm quicker to give props than to hate. Yo, Macau, slide. Slime TV. I know you got that fight coming up at Border Wars. Slide through. Promote your shit.
The Brian Norman and Haney card the undercard is amazing too. You got Bam Rodriguez. You have a lot of guys fighting on that card also.
Yeah, that's a fire card. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
It's definitely for me the most. I've been waiting for this card like all year, man.
Yeah, you need to do an all day stream, bro.
Yeah,
all day. I really could do 24/7 between all the shit I talk, but hold on, I'm trying to get to this because y'all are exactly right. It's a fire card, the whole shit from top to bottom. Essentially.
I don't mean to go. Yeah, my bad.
Oh no, I just want to say real quick. Honestly, Norman and Haney could be really the main event.
Right, which is wild that it's not, because that's the most talked about.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's Benavidez, right?
Benavidez.
And, I forgot that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Haney and Norman have the most traction. I feel like.
Right, the most motion, exactly, the most hyped fight. Hold on, let me.
I was gonna say if Haney win, I will never hate on him again. though. I'll give him credit. If he wins, ain't nothing to say.
Saying
if he win the fight.
Hey Bob, why don't you like Haney? Like what's the problem?
I mean, watching the boxing boys, it's Ness. Ness was hyping this dude up, man. He had too much sauce. See, it's always been Ness with too much sauce with this guy, and he turned me against Haney. Him always talking about how this dude's an all-time great. Like he never did enough to be an all-time great, and Ness always talking about this dude like he was some all-time great, and he just turned me against him.
I agree with Bob.
Man.
I agree with Bob.
His dad talking.
You can't let somebody else be out of pocket dictate how you feel about a fighter.
I only agree with Bob because on the Boxing Voice, Ness really he put that.
Does. But just tune out. I mean, I know. Hey, he's way bigger than I'll ever be. But no, I just said, I'm gonna set this shit aside. You know what I mean? He got his lane. I got my lane. And
no,
I'll give y'all my personal reason why I don't like Haney.
Okay.
Because this whole like snack right in itself, the whole Victor Conte shit. I've always found that like very suspicious. When Shane Mosley was working with Conte, I was like, what's going on with this shit? Like, I know Shane Mosley got busted. Conte was in prison for this shit. So I think for me, I don't like the machine that was like pushing Haney up to be the next, Floyd. They were like comparing him to Floyd. I'm like, okay, like I get it, the Las Vegas shit connection, but for me, it was a lot of things that I was like, yo, this guy, there's something going on. Like it's just like, at 20, he was doing all the legacy shit, the youngest to do it, right? And I'm like, yo, there got to be something behind that. I was always like suspicious, but when I found out that with the Lomachenko fight, like after the Lomachenko fight, yo, boxing YouTube changed up. I'm not sure you guys remember, but like Haney was like the baby face before, right. And after the Lomachenko fight, there was channels like beefing over Haney. Like what Haney was he the face of boxing or was he just a hype job? And I remember leading up to that Ryan fight, like the shit blew up. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like Osterine, like Conte, like Haney was on ESPN. That was like a big deal. I'm not sure you guys remember that interview. And I'm like, damn, this shit's crazy. So But shout out to yo, Macau, what's up?
What's up? What's going down?
I
Yo,
had
what's
to give
good?
him the full screen with the
There you go.
Ahio
I
runs
was
boxing. You know what I mean? Kung Lao cap. You know what I mean? He out in the rice fields. Yo, what's up with you, Samurai?
So he's ready for battle for real.
That's gonna be the entrance fit for Border Wars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's clean.
Oh, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, my guy Marcus just dropped off the gear. He's sponsoring me. How runs boxing. How we do? Get it in.
Oh shit! Yo, can we see that again? The
yeah.
Can we see Macau's fit
from the solo?
Oh, that should look dope.
Oh yeah. You got it color coordinated. All the shit.
That should look that should look official too. That should look like if you throw at somebody, you just straight knock them out with that you know, like Kung Lao. Like if you throw that
exactly that Kung Lao
straight up decapitate somebody with that.
That's the go. That's the go, man. Hey,
Yeah.
you know, just going with the vibes, man. We I found out this morning on they had a Border Wars show this morning. Found out that apparently I guess it's no fault of my own. I promoted the best that I could, but you know, he basically ranked the fights and made the fight list based on how you promoted, and he's got a beef with Tip because Tip didn't send in any footage and whatever. You know, he's the promoter, so he wants you to promote the way he wants you to promote. He wanted footage of sparring and all this other stuff. I sent my footage. You know, I sent plenty of sparring. Obviously, I've got fights. I had fought 4 fights since the last Border War. There's plenty of material out there. I did, you know, was promoting on other platforms. I made videos. I promote on my social media every day. But yeah, so because of that, I'm fighting first. We're fighting on the prelims, and I'll be fighting at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? But
damn, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Because like everybody,
you already been on the main stage. That's
everybody. I know everybody out of all the fights. Tip and you are going to be the one that they're going to talk about the most.
Right, it got the most motion, I would think.
That shit is what prelims, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Prelim fight, but hey, you know, it don't matter when the fight takes place. 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night.
We're gonna see the footage. We're gonna see it.
I'm going.
I'm very confident in you, homie. I'm not just I'm not just riding because you're my boy, but like stylistic breakdown. I know you got the experience. You're way more active. You more fit. You got more endurance. I mean, though it's only three rounds, right? But we seen that affect the fight last time. So motherfuckers don't know how long 3 rounds are.
It's a different sport. That's what people don't understand is amateur boxing and professional boxing are 2 different sports. Amateur boxing is a sprint. Professional boxing is a marathon.
There you go.
Fighting for 6 minutes is people say, it's just 3 rounds. Nah, that's actually more difficult, to be completely honest. You only have 6 minutes. It's 2 professional rounds to declare a winner. How many professional fights can be sorted out in 6 minutes? Where you can say this guy's better than that guy. That's why I mean people buy into the amateur records and all of that, but when you get to a certain level in amateur boxing and you actually facing very stiff competition, those judges are basically guessing a lot of the time, unless it's a landslide and you can just show that you and dominate your opponent in 6 minutes. If it's 2 high level guys, they guessing. They just picking a guy they like better. They picking a style they like better because it's a sprint. You know what I mean? If you get hit with something or a bad sequence happens, you only have minutes to press the issue and make up ground. So, you know, you just learn a lot. You learn a lot through experience. You know, I've been able to be down on the cards and then come back. I've been able to get stoppages. I've been able to do a lot with the experience that I gained. So he's gonna see his levels. There's a lot of levels to this, and I've went through the steps. I've learned, and you know, had my mishaps, had my lost fights, and I learned from all of that. Had my close decisions, split decisions. I learned from all of that, and so I'm bringing all that experience into the ring, as well as I'm ascending right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm really going to the next level in my not only my career but in my progression as a fighter. And so going to that next level, I'm starting to get stoppages. I'm starting to be able to stop guys in figuring that part out. So,
Okay.
you know, this is the perfect stage for all of the skills that I've been working on.
No, that's what's up. Good, good. That's why you promote a fight. Yes, and I see that. I mean, seen your latest fight since Border Wars, but I know your work ethic. I'll say that. I do know you work hard just like I do. So, yeah, man. Salute to you, and I'm sure you'll come out victorious. You can come out with your hand raised. I'm 100%
And
confident.
and
Yeah,
I,
yo,
I
I
gotta
think.
say something. Jim,
Yeah,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
say something because
There you go.
Ness putting Tip has been on Border Wars. Tip been supporting Ness for years, so there's no way he should put Tip and you on 11 o'clock, man. That's disrespectful. That's
It
disrespectful, straight up.
Word. That's what I'm
it
saying.
just happened to be because him and Tip are having a disagreement about, you know, the way that Tip promoted the fight. I didn't necessarily agree with the way that Tip promoted the fight, but and that's just how it shook out. And
It was more of a diss to him. That's still fucked up, champ. I ain't fucking
That's
with
how
But
that.
Ness
Tip is
be, man.
supporting
That's
him
how
for
Ness be acting.
years.
I
Tip's been
know.
supporting that man for years,
I
years.
seen him over there.
Can't do
Yeah.
that. But
Yo,
anyway, y'all got it.
he too. We know we say this all the time as people like Ness act too emotional, man. For real, like this
Yo,
nigga, he be
I don't
tripping.
know. I don't know how much of it is a work. I don't know how
Nah,
much
it's
of
real,
it is a
bro.
shoot.
Bro,
Nah, it
it's
is,
not the
bro.
first.
Like it's like on his show, it's like motherfuckers can't even have their own opinion half the time. This nigga just go crazy over
Just
dumb
cussing
shit.
Yeah,
out.
They was talking about hip hop the last week. Motherfucker go
Oh,
crazy
cut them
because
off
niggas
now.
ain't say Jay-Z was the greatest. Like what the fuck?
I'll cut
Like
yeah,
them off
yeah.
now.
He be
their that's their opinion.
yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
Him and Ringwalk Danny would be arguing every show before Ringwalk left, and I'm like, damn, bro, just you know,
Like everything's
y'all would
on
know
is
for
written
that.
on the wall. If you can continue to have throughout the years he's been on the show, if you continue to have different co-hosts every fucking year, you can't keep a
Yeah,
co-host. Something
yeah,
is
it's wild.
wrong. It ain't always the co-host, bro. Like for real.
Right. I will say for Mikhail though, you know, being on the prelims, I, I like for Tip Bayless, I think his volume compared to Mikhail's, because for whatever punch Tip Bayless will throw, Mikhail's gonna throw four back. I feel like as the rounds go on, like Tip is not gonna like that pressure, and I feel like Mikhail will stop him. And I know Ness is gonna be upset because people are gonna be like, "Yo, why was in this fight on the top
On the
card?" You
main.
know, because we wanted to see a stoppage, and if those fights in the top card flop, if they're boring, and Tip and Mikhail's fight, you know, was the fight of the day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ness gonna kick himself in the ass for that.
No, he's not. He ain't gonna own up to it. He gonna be like, "Oh, they should have. That's not my fault. They should have just did what they supposed to do." He don't gonna take
Yeah,
no
bro.
accountability.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
But
Mhm.
like for me, it's just a lesson in, like, you know, as I move forward, things like this, I just learned, like, going into the program, you can't let that affect you going into the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Word.
uh, they put this stunt in my last fight. You know what I'm saying? Fighting at the Tri-State Golden Gloves Invitational. Originally, I was supposed to fight 15th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was fighting 15th. I was fighting the last fight of the night, and so I didn't even start warming up yet. I was cramping. They switched my weights 3 different times, switched my opponents 3 different times. Like, it was a lot going
Damn,
on. You know what I'm saying? That gave
it's a
me a
lot.
new opponent that morning. He was bigger than me. I was coming back up in weight. I was cramping. All type of stuff was going on. We was dealing with it. That was going through it. But they switched me for 15th to second. 15 minutes before the chorus started. So now I gotta warm up, get ready. I'm like, man, and my coach just looked at me, Coach Buster looked at me like, listen, man, this the fight game. You think this the only time you want to go pro? You think this the only time you're gonna deal with BS, you know what I'm saying, for promoters and hometown advantage, and man, you don't let none of that bother you. You better breathe, calm yourself down, and go in there and go to work. So I was able to build and learn from that fight, you know, to be a professional. Go in there, it don't matter what they doing outside the ring, what type of games they run in, delaying or starting early or whatever was going on. You do what you need to do, and you go get the win. And I went out there and got the stoppage. So it's the same type of situation where things outside of the ring are affecting or could affect things inside of the ring if you allow them to. And I already learned the lesson, man. Don't let them affect nothing. Go to work.
Okay. Word. That's a great speech for any young fighter or up and coming fighter. Yes, you got to tune that shit out because it's always going to be some bullshit. Always going to be some politics. This is boxing. And I'm gonna expand it. This is life advice because yeah, boxing is dirty, but business in general is dirty. Somebody
really
always
is.
going to be trying to get the upper hand on you. You know what I mean? Playing some politics. You could be the most upstanding, you know what I mean, most productive worker, boxer you could be, but somebody always going to have a knife at your back. So watch for that. Um, yeah, cool. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's break down this Norman Haney shit. Got to tell the tape. Comparable ages. Damn, I can't believe Devin is only 26. That's amazing. He's done a lot. People overlook that. Okay, cool. 5'9" to 5'8". Comparable. That's no. I am surprised to see that Norman has the reach. Well,
Nah,
72 to 71.
that's not
But
really that much of a
yeah,
reach.
it's not significant. So now that I'm looking at it,
They're gonna
70.9.
be able to like when the only time really where it gets to where it really matters is 3 inches or better. You know what I
Okay.
mean, or 3 centimeters or better. I think they. Oh, yeah, 3 inches. Inches. We measure in inches over here. So yeah, 3 inches or better. Like outside of that, for real, within 2 inches, if he could touch him, he can touch him. You see what I'm saying? It is
Sure.
a game of inches, but when you dealing with your range, as long as I could touch you when you can touch me, anytime that you step in, I could touch me. I mean, I could touch you. We good. You know what I mean? We good. Now, when this gets to be 3 or better, now you can touch me and I can't touch you. You know, if you're on the bad end of that, or I can touch you and you can't touch me if you're on the good end of that. Now it becomes, a factor.
No, yeah, exactly. A significant factor. I feel you. I'm upset you wasn't here the other day when we first chopped it about this because um, we was talking about. God damn, I lost my train of thought. We was talking about how Norman could what what's the X factor in this fight? What would you dial it down to? Will be the biggest significant factor and who comes out the winner?
Well, styles make fights.
Right.
Um, we already know Brian Norman Jr. Uh, they're gonna downplay it and depend on which side you're leaning for winning. Um, People are gonna see it different ways, but if you go and watch the tape, he does struggle with boxers, movers. Um,
Movement.
and it's not that he can't move. It may be a mental lapse. It may be something that he's gained, but the fact is we haven't seen it put to the test under the lights because I mean he has benefited from good matchmaking recently, and a lot of these guys he's been hurting and putting out have been guys that stay right in front of him. Stops make fights. You know, he's been fighting some punchers. He's been fighting a lot of guys that like to stay in the pocket, like and fight. And I've been fighting some counter punchers, but they haven't necessarily been guys that necessarily use angles in their feet much.
Mhm.
I think that, and that's the other thing.
Hey, hold on, Macau, real quick. I'm gonna step out for like 2 minutes. Please keep cooking. You and Bob, please keep cooking. CT, hold it down. I'm gonna be right back.
Got you. That's the other thing. I don't think we looked at the reach advantage that Brian Garcia had, as well as the fact that Haney wasn't fighting in his usual style, and I think mentally he had a lapse there uh, because of the buildup of the fight and really wanting to like. I've done that before, where you feel like you're better than a guy, so you start going outside of your character to try to prove that, and where he should have probably boxed and got his legs back up under him, he wanted to keep fighting, and hopefully he gained some knowledge from that. But I would say the X factor truly is the fact that we haven't really seen Haney at a full 147. So I feel like that was the same X factor for Bud going into the fight with Canelo. We knew what Canelo was going to come into offer, and we knew that firmly. We knew what he was going to show up and do, but we didn't really know what differences Bud would have or wouldn't have at 68. So I think it's the same thing going in. They don't necessarily, we know what Norman's game plan is. I don't think they necessarily know what Norman's game plan is. So that would be the only X factor I say, that's really there.
I think X Factor is Haney is selling himself. It was the Ostarine. It was the Ostarine. But when Brian Norman hits him, Is all that gonna go out? Like, is he gonna be like, hey, it wasn't an ostomy, man. My chin ain't what it was, ain't really like that. That's what I'm wondering. You feel what I'm saying? He's made. They keep saying, "Oh, the ostomy, that's why." But like I said, if he gets hit by Brian Norman, he feel it and get shook. He might. I think gonna lose his confidence. That's all. He ain't gonna be confident anymore. He ain't gonna
I,
think his chin can take them punches.
I don't. I honestly, with as much as at stake for Devin Haney, unless I'm missing something, and unless they truly, were forced into this fight or feel like they were forced into this fight, I don't think that this is the fight you make unless mentally he's prepared to
Oh,
fight a puncher. You know what I mean? Like you could have matched him and against somebody that's not a puncher. So I don't know. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but it's an X factor though. That's definitely an X factor. You know what I mean? That's definitely an X factor. I feel like it just didn't do him justice to fight the way he fought against Ramirez because it leads back into that narrative, and narratives don't make fights; those styles make fights. But it leads back into that narrative, and he does the style that he fought in. I feel like he fought like that because they were just trying to fight a safe fight to get to the Ryan Garcia rematch. Not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? They're fighting too many fights ahead. You know what I mean? You got to fight that fight and make that the fight you're fighting your best fight. But that was a weird position to be in because not many fighters are in a position where they know who they're gonna fight next. I'm in that position right now, and it's like I know that I gotta compartmentalize and put that off to the side and deal with that when that get there. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that position for the last couple weeks, so but it's a strange position for fighters to be in because most times you don't know who you are fighting next. You know what I'm saying? So you fighting this fight to get your next check, to get your next performance. He already was locked in, so it was like almost to just let's just get out of here unscathed, uninjured, and not get touched by anything.
All right,
But
okay.
you the boxer. I understand. Let me ask you a question. Did the Ramirez fight help him at all for to get ready for Brian Norman? I would say no, but I don't know. You the boxer. What do you think? Did it help? Did that fight help him at all? He didn't know he was gonna fight Brian Norman, but did that fight help him at all to get ready for Brian Norman?
I
no,
think that's the wrong question. Go ahead.
no, it did. It did. It didn't help him. No.
Okay, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna take the let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Oh, where's the camera at? There we go. I'm gonna go like the Rock. I'm gonna cut this promo real quick. Uh, God damn, y'all asking the wrong question. No, the Ramirez fight was not preparation for this fight. That wasn't even on the table in my mind, because he wanted the Ryan fight the rematch so bad, which even I disagree with that. But I'll elaborate later. But let me say this: no, he did his fucking part to preserve the rematch. Ryan didn't do his part. I don't understand what motherfuckers don't get about this. It would have already happened by now if Ryan hadn't got dropped and upset by Broly, a heavy underdog. But motherfuckers want to hate on Haney. Cool. Y'all do whatever you want to do. I'm going to call this shit down the middle like I always do. Somebody left a comment saying, oh, I fuck with your channel. I sub because you have your own opinion. And that's how I'm always going to bring it. I'm not riding no narrative. And y'all can feel free to disagree. I love the debate, but I'm going to always come from my own perspective. So I don't sell out for nobody. I ain't got no envelopes. You know what I mean? Obviously, my channel is small as fuck, so you wouldn't expect that. But I mean, even if I get big, I'm not taking no checks to fit a narrative. I'm not doing no fake shit. So y'all can take that. I'll take that to my grave. Y'all can count on that, rather. So I say that to say this. Okay, Bob, you don't like Haney because of his father. Okay, cool. The sins of the father. Hold on. You the pastor, right? I know in the Bible it says the sins of the father are weighed on the sons for like 7 generations, something to that effect. But I don't think I disagree with that. You know what I mean? Because my father he was what he was, but I'm a stand-up guy. Shout out to the mob and RIP to my father, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna stand on business. I don't give a fuck what the generation before me did. I'm gonna stand on my own principles, my own values. And I say that to say this. So if you hate Bill Haney, cool, but don't take that out on Norman. I mean on Haney, on Devin. No, just give him his props. He's been undisputed. He's a multiple weight class champion, and he's going for the top dog at this division. So put a bow on it. Someone said it earlier. If Haney beats Norman, will you give him his fucking props? That's all I want to hear. Yes or no. Y'all got it.
I said earlier I would give him his props, but while we're talking about it, I don't like Floyd Schofield Sr. either. He's another terrible one.
Okay,
But
that's a
anyway,
little more out of pocket. Go ahead.
man just said try to say Shakur tried to kill his son. But anyway, back to I would give him his props. I will give him
Cool.
his props. He beat Brian Norman, he beat the top guy. You have to give him his credit. So yes,
Would you put him back in the pound for pound?
uh
Her little radio silence.
that I'm not even sure.
Houston,
Yeah,
there's a
it's a
problem.
good question. I don't know.
Houston,
I don't know.
you got
I
it.
don't know if I would put him in. Just
If you,
I can't say that right now. I have to see the fight.
your first real fight at 47, you go and take a belt and beat a
And kill
dude
the top dog at a prestigious division, a historically relevant division. Mikhail, go ahead and cook. I'm talking too much.
you gotta at least put him in the pound for pound. I'm not saying put him at the top, but pound for pound weighs on your career as a. I mean, it is a what have you done for me lately list, but it weighs on your career as a whole. Your whole career is going to hold weight towards that list. So I mean, what would he be at that point? A three division champion? Like you gotta put him back
exactly. That's pound for pound worthy. I feel you.
He's one of the best fighters in boxing. Like he definitely one of the 10 best fighters in boxing at that point.
You got to put your head aside, Bob. Would you give him top 10? Come on, man.
I can't call him tonight, not yet.
I
don't know. I like I said, man, I still had that feeling for the Haneys. So tonight I can't call it. I got to see when the fight happens. If he wins, probably, but I can't give it to him.
He said it depends on what fashion. So we got to stop him, huh? You got to stop him.
Oh, you've been saying past. I'm a deacon.
I'm asking you for your criteria. You got to stop him for you to put him up there.
No, he don't have to stop him.
Okay.
No, he got to win to get respect. He don't have to stop him at all.
Definitively. Okay.
I mean, he just got to win. He got to win. Even if he win it ugly, I'll give him credit. Devin Haney just has to win the fight. He don't have no style. Style points don't matter. If he can beat Brian Norman and he stink it out, I'll give him credit.
Well,
I will.
I'm saying
if he stinks it out and the fight is terrible and he gets hand raised, I'm still gonna give him credit.
I'm saying it like this, Bob. Let me cam back up. Let me get the center stage real quick. If he let me try to dial this down. I'm thinking about this from real time based on what Bob said. If he just outboxes him, I still think people are going to hate on him. I think they're going to say, why didn't you go in for the kill? But he is everything that the Haney haters, I'll term it like that, Haney haters said that he wouldn't do. Similar age, a young fighter. He's even younger than him, obviously. 24, 26. Yep, I'm looking at it right now. 24, 26. So a young fighter, his same size, you know what I mean? And not weight drained. So you got to give him supreme props. If I'm not saying he will. Again, I got my bread on Norman. My heart is with Haney. If he wins this, he is doing everything that the haters said he wouldn't do. A young, strong puncher, you know what I mean, at a natural weight. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
You do realize push up bet that I got Norman and you got Haney, right?
I know. I said my heart. I said
Okay.
my heart.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
100, right? Okay, let's
It's
confirm it.
a
It's
hundred,
100.
yeah. It's a
Yep.
hundred.
Okay. Hey, it's on my stream. It's official tissue. Y'all can call me out. Let's go.
And I haven't made my official pick just yet. I am leaning Devin Haney, but one of the things that's really swaying me towards the Haney way is one, uh, he didn't have to necessarily take this fight. Two, for everything that I'm hearing from people that I respect, you know what I'm saying, they boxing minds, they seeing it's not so much Devin Haney, and I mean it is what he brings to the ring, but it's more, has Norman grown diverse enough to deal with the boxer, and the matchmaking would lead me to believe that his team wasn't confident in that to this point. You know what I mean? I mean,
Okay.
you
Okay.
keep it 1,000 because they decided to negotiate in the streets. His dad really for the fight when his management was feeling like they needed to get more,
More
feeling like,
reluctant. Okay.
yeah, they were a little bit more reluctant and feeling like they needed to get more and didn't want to take the chance, unless some other thing. And I'm not sure of the specifics of exactly what they wanted, but they wanted more from Turkey. I don't think it was money, but they wanted some other things worked out, in his favor. Uh, I believe, they might not have been, all of his team might not have been 100% about taking this fight at this time. But I mean, it's the fight that Norman needs, because if he's going to, it's a fight that both of them need. But I
To
would say,
elevate. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
I
I
would
couldn't
say
agree with that
Norman
more.
needs his career needs this fight more because
Mm.
he doesn't have, the huge names, the recognizable names, and a recognizable win, a signature win for real. He has a signature highlight in Jin Sasaki, but outside of hardcore boxing pundits, not too many people are familiar with Sasaki. So, and that's the thing though, that about that fight. That was a very good strategy to go over there to Japan to fight that fight, where they fought it, when they fought it, because when you go overseas and fight these out of market fights at these odd times, if things don't necessarily go your way and you don't look as good, not many people are necessarily going to see it, and you can control the narrative a little bit more. But and people are looking at that highlight and they're looking at that one punch, but when you actually go back and watch the fight, Norman broke him down over time. And he's really, if you go back and watch his fights and really break down the style, he's not a one punch knockout guy. He's a guy that beats you up over time, but
Of course.
he has pop, you know what I'm saying, through 10, 12 rounds. So that is the dangerous part of him, is his pop sustains through 10, 12 rounds. He doesn't, his punches don't weaken, but he's a guy that beats you up. And what that leads me to believe is, if Devin, yeah, he probably will catch Devin with some big single shots. But if Devin is not there to be broke down and beat up, you know what I'm saying, continually through the fight, I don't know if he gets that stoppage against Devin Haney.
Oh yeah.
So that
So
leaves
you
the
saying
possibility for Devin Haney
he
boxing.
can't put that? Hold on, real quick. I'll let you cook, but I got to interject real quick right here. You saying if he doesn't have that heat-seeking missile, if he doesn't land that one, and you did allude to the fact that it's more cumulative, and I agree. It's not like crazy Mike Tyson power. Okay, cool. But you saying if Norman doesn't get a stoppage, he probably can't win. Is that how you see it? I'm trying to dial it down. Is that how you see it?
No. I'm not saying that if he doesn't get a stoppage, he probably can't win. What I'm saying is, people are looking at the the highlight win against Sasaki, because they really only, not many people I believe have actually seen the full fight. They've only seen the highlight of him knocking out Sasaki.
Sure.
And so that the highlight would lead you to believe that he is damaging guys' brains with one shot. Not that he beat him up for 6 rounds. It was in the 6th or it might have been a 5th.
7th.
It was 7th. So yeah, he beat him up for 6 rounds, and then the 7th round put him out. He beat him up for 6 rounds though. You see what I'm saying? So if Devin Haney's not there to be beat up for rounds and be broke down, and the cumulative damage result in the stoppage, the narrative that he's just gonna catch him. What happens when he catches it? He's gonna catch him with shots. He's gonna catch him with a left hook. He's gonna catch him with a straight right hand. It's boxing. He's gonna get hit, but is he gonna get beat up? You see what I'm saying?
I feel you. Cool. So you don't think you favor Haney because you don't think Norman will be able to accumulate a significant amount of damage because Haney's defense and his range is like that, and his movement.
Yeah, if he fights the right fight.
Okay.
If he fights the right fight.
All right, I could definitely see that. I'm glad you brought that perspective. I haven't heard that perspective rather brought to the table. So I'm glad you brought that here. Bob, you wanna, or CT? Either one of y'all want to respond to that? That's cool though. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I already said what I said about this fight earlier. I mean, I got Haney. I think he's gonna fight a perfect fight.
He just has too much on the line. Why do you say that? Like, he knows
because
like,
for
if
me,
I'm gonna stay at the top level, this is my last shot. I gotta prove myself, and then I will be that nigga again. That's how I would be looking at it.
that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm seeing it on a different wavelength than anybody else. I think, I don't know, because I'm gonna put my sports marketing hat on, and the way we are at the WWE, when we see someone, and when I look at Haney has it all. When I'm talking about he could be the face, he has it all. Like, he has the look, the aura, he has his father. He is what I would take as being the next guy. Because when I look at all these other young guys, I just don't see it. I think Haney has it.
I'll say this: I don't see any current fighter who has "quote unquote" it all. And I know, I'm from the business. I know you're talking about, but I'll say it like this: yeah, he has a mouthpiece. He got Paul Bearer. You know what I mean? He got he's the villain like the Undertaker was early on. Cool. So he's set up for success. But the aura, that's where I disagree. He doesn't have enough mystique, or I don't even know. It's something you can't quantify. You know what I'm talking about, homie. You know, it's like the people want to latch on to. And early on, even Roman Reigns didn't have that either, right? People were hating on him until he finally turned heel. You know what I mean?
How old is Devin?
I'm thinking about this in real time.
How old is Devin? He's 26.
Right up here. He's 26.
He's 26 years old.
Hold on. Let me land, and I'm gonna let you respond. I promise I will. But I'm thinking about this in real time. Okay, so the heel. All right. Yeah, at some point, Undertaker was the heel, and he went back and forth. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, okay, yeah, he got the mouthpiece, got the gimmick, because he's undisputed. I would say that that's the accolades. But no, like, the people are not. They're not, for whatever reason. We got to dial that down. They're not really tapped in with him, even as a heel. They're like, they hate on him, but I don't think that helps him sell, if that makes sense. It doesn't push up his numbers. So that's what I'm frustrated with. I think after this, he got to pull. I'm gonna let you land. I know that's my shit. He is he is doing this thing. He took the right fight, right? So if he pulls this off, then I think he could be "quote unquote" over, but not yet. He's not over yet. He's not. No, it's the difference between being X-Pac and being Hulk Hogan. Y'all got it.
Yeah, you tripping with the Xbox. Yeah, you tripping.
Maybe too much sauce.
Well, this is what I wanted to point
Okay,
out.
okay, or even Razor Ramon and Hulk Hogan. That's maybe better. Razor Ramon and Hulk Hogan. Y'all got it. I'm gonna shut up for a bit. Yeah.
This is what I gotta point out before I gotta pop off. I gotta grab some food. But this is what I gotta point out. Who was the most successful in exploiting the boxing market and making the most money?
You know, it was a tremendous fighter and a great champion in multiple divisions. It was Floyd, you know, Money Mayweather.
Floyd Money Mayweather. And Floyd Money Mayweather's character was what?
That of a heel.
That'll be so. This is the beauty about of Devin Haney and they setup, right? His boxing character is not just himself. He has his dad as well, right? And his dad actually does more of the speaking, is more of the character than he is. He really just goes in the ring and does the boxing. You know, he comes out and he says, you know what I mean, and he stays on character, but he doesn't have to put that much energy into the character for real, because his dad does a lot of that for him.
Yo, you on it? Go ahead, cook.
And his dad makes him one of the most hated people in boxing. Listen, I learned this, and I know you know this in the game. There's gonna be people that come to see you win and support you, right? But there's gonna be way more people that come to see you lose.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be way more haters. There's gonna be way more people that dislike you. So if you're gonna capitalize on anything, you can definitely capitalize on the dislike. And I think CT's onto something, because I think that, yeah, you know, he's not gonna be the media darling because of the dynamic that's already been created. But he doesn't really have to put that much energy into being the villain, because his dad do enough of that for him. All he got to do is show up and box.
But Devin Haney don't have that personality. Like I said, that stuff when they was talking about his teeth with that dude, man, Floyd wouldn't have gotten no comment. Oh, I like your teeth and all that. That was awkward and horrible, man. Floyd Mayweather wouldn't have gotten no conversation like that and sound all crazy. Devin don't
The
he
reason
don't
why you
got
say
it.
that, Bob, is your age. Is your age. The reason why you say that, but Devin is now. His age, the teeth, that's what these kids are doing. You know what I'm saying? So he asked that question because he never seen that before. So he's like, yo, is that your real teeth? And Devin's like, yeah, this is mine. And you know what I'm saying? So he was asking the questions because he couldn't believe it himself.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I got no context. You talking about veneers?
Nah,
I
he
need to
had,
get my shit fixed. I don't
yeah,
know.
he had
I ain't keeping off my teeth.
he had his teeth gold plated, and then the guy Earl Hawani was asking him, "Are those real?" Because you know the other ones you
Oh,
could
are they
just pull. Yeah,
permanents
yeah,
or
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So Devin
The
was telling him,
fuck?
"No, these are real," and he was
feet.
like, "Yeah," he was like, "Oh, how do you brush them and all that other stuff?" So that's why he was asking him that.
Fuck about another man's teeth, man. Fuck
Man, that
that.
was weird, man. It was weird, man. It's just my age, man. That was weird him talking like that, man. And Devin was going along with him. I'd have tried to shut that down. Like, man, why are you looking at my teeth? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's why I've been asking, what's wrong with you, man? Why are you looking at my teeth like that? Because he was like, oh, your teeth, wow. I'm like, it was crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is my age that he
No,
sound
dude.
crazy. I'm talking to he sound crazy asking him questions like that.
Hey, real quick, dudes be clowning. Well, I don't want to name no names, but it's just crazy because I didn't wear my retainer in junior high. Dudes be clowning on my teeth. I rock my gap and I still have action. I'll put it like that. But yo, I gotta wrap this up before 2 hours. We at like 1:55. So salute to y'all. Thanks for everybody popping out. Again, I'm trying to be more consistent, so I'll say this. Anyone still in here? I think we got like 4 or 5. Like and subscribe, please, because half my subs or half my viewers rather are not subscribed. Like and subscribe if you in here. We're gonna raise the production value through the roof. I promise you. a lot of big shit is coming. But I'll say that to say this, that yeah, I'm gonna tap out. I made some sushi, and y'all have a good night. One.